Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. So on this episode we're going to be continuing with our build guide. And this one's going to be for the Raven Ridge area. So the last one we did was for the $1 Million Man. I don't know how much this one's going to cost, so we're going to find out. So I'm starting with 9 million just to kind of see what we can build. So to make it a little bit faster than the last episode, which was an hour, I already went through and did some of my research, so I kind of have an idea. So it looks like we're going to do the XGaren. So the XGaren does 450 a hit per crit. And most of the enemies in Raven Ridge are going to have about 800 HP. So realistically, I'm thinking, every 2 shots, obviously there's a bear, but most enemies are going to be two hits to kill. So that I think that's doable, and I believe the XGaren is the best bang for the buck. So we're going to start with that. Now I'm going to show you how to get this XGaren even cheaper. So in the marketplace, let's just look at the XGaren. Whoop, what just happened? All right, XGaren, it's 4 million. All right, for a 656. And how much does it cost to roll? To roll it, it is 126k. So what we're going to do, just for the sake of showing you guys, we're going to build it. So let's get... Oh, how much is the XGaren 14mm? That could be even... Nope, same. So you can change the type of ammo it takes. So let's go ahead and go down here. XGaren, 530k for the blueprint. So we have an XGaren blueprint. Now check this out. I know somewhat of what it takes. I know we need 3 Devil Heart. So we have 3 Devil Hearts. And I'll tell you what, let's also... We spent 530k on the blueprint. And we just spent 430 times 3. So we'll do... plus 430. And I know we need the M1. Now, if you craft with an MC'd weapon, it'll give you those stats. So like I'll get a 747 if I were to buy that one. And I think we're going to. So there's 100k. Alright, so we're up to 1.9 mil. Let's go over here, go to crafting. Let's just see how much it is to do this. Alright, so we need the XGaren blueprints at the bottom there. We need the M1 Garen, which we have. We need 3 Devil Hearts, which we have. We need a Warg Carbine. So let's go get a Warg. I don't know how much that is. 400k. Okay, so we got a Warg. What else did it say we needed? And then rare metal bar. So we need one of those. So if I look up here, rare metal bar, to make that, we need 3 rare metal scrap. So let's go over here. Let's go to the marketplace. How much is a dual blade? 330, and that's worth 2 metal scrap. So plus 330. And we need 1 more. Let's see how much a spiker is. 179. What about a what else is a cheap one that people sell? Alright, so a spiker, I can't think of them, man. I know dual blade, a spiker, a gut splitter. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. Oh crap, what's that saw called? Ripsaw. Is it Ripsaw? 170. I wonder if there's any like cheap 120 items. We could do a Ripsaw. Let's look real quick. There's got to be something that's just cheap. An iron sight, maybe? Nope, 199. Let's just do we'll do the Ripsaw for 170. Okay, so now we have a Ripsaw. So we're up to 2.8 million so far in crafting this. All right, we need to make these into metal. Rare metal scrap. Okay, add another 100K. All right, now we can craft it for 500K. Then we got our 747 XGaren. So we just crafted our XGaren for 3.4 million. And it takes 7.5, and I already have that, so good deal. All right. And another reason I chose the XGaren was because I'm trying not to use seasonal items or event items. I'm trying to use just standard items. And then also it has 75% PvE armor penetration. And a lot of these zombies at Raven Ridge have armor. All right. And if you guys are still watching this, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow, all that good stuff, notifications. It really helps out the channel and helps me out. And if you're not a member, think about subscribing and joining the dedicated members. Really appreciate that. So let's continue on with this. So now we have our rifle, which again, we've spent 3.4 million so far. I'm going to use a hammerhead again, because just because of the knockback, to help me get out of tight situations. So if you're going to buy a hammerhead, you're looking at 400K. So that puts you up to 3.8. And then I had a GC pen knife, which those are cheap. We got it yesterday for like, yeah, right there, 50K. So plus 50K. So we're at 3.8 million for this setup. Now, armor-wise, I would like to use... I was looking at the armors. So the reason I'm looking at a Shinobu mesh is because it does have 350 durability, which is halfway decent. And it also has 5% speed. And with being a low level and having no speed, 5% speed is not a lot, but it will help. So probably going to go that route. Let's see here. Ooh, that might even be better, but it's going to be a lot more expensive. Let's go back up real quick. Exile mesh would actually be my favorite if I had to pick one because of the speed, but you're going to be paying, 80 million for that. So I feel pretty good with the Shinobu. I don't plan on bossing, so I just need to be able to hit, absorb 1 or 2 hits. And here's a 1920 for 1.3 million. So 1.3 million. So we're $5 million in. And that's pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and stat reset. And what we did last time, actually I need another pen. There's a pen. Let me find something to write on. Hang on, I'm going to pause this. All right, I'm back. All right, so let's write down our Stats here, we got accuracy, reloading, and crit. So we have 3 accuracy. We have 8 reloading. And we have 5 crit. And then we have another 7 accuracy. 4 reloading. And 7 crit. Alright, and then we have our pen knife. 7 accuracy. 8 reloading. And 8 crit. So let me do some basic math here. Let's go ahead and write down our 5,175,000. So we have the total number we've spent so far. So 3 plus 7 plus 7. Wait, that right? 3 plus 7 plus 7. Yeah, 17. So 17 accuracy. We have 16, 7, 8, 9, 20. 20 reload. And 8 plus 7 plus 5. 20 crit. Alright, so I got my totals for my armors. So now what we're going to do is reset this guy. And again, this is just another alt I had. Not a big deal. Credit shop, stat reset. I have 1 left. Alright, now we are going, let's see here. We need to figure out our stats over here. So let's go to our rifles. Let's go to XGaren right here. Does it take any strength? No, it does not. It has very high Garand accuracy, so that's something new. So let's see here. Now we're building for looting, right? So I'm going to make sure that my looting gun is good. Very high Garand right here. So reliable aims 39, pinpoint 59. Alright, so let's go back to our character. We'll get our calculator out. So accuracy, I have 35. And my guy is a police officer, so I just happened to pick that a long time ago. So we're going to do 35, and I need what? Oh, wrong one. So we need 59. So 59 minus 35. We need 24 more points put in there. Shut. Wait. I feel like I'm not doing this right. I'm not. We need 59. I probably should add my existing on it, right? That's what I forgot. So we have our things are going to give us 17 accuracy. That's what I was forgetting. I need to add that in there. Very important. Sorry, guys. I'm just concentrating. So 52. So I need 7 points. Okay, so if I have 42 plus my 17, that's going to give me my 59 accuracy. So, again, that's going to come over here, and that's going to give me my 59 pinpoint aim. That's what I want. So, accuracy, check. We're good. All right, next, critical chance. It's very high. So, we're going to go back to this. Let's look up our... critical chance, okay. Very high critical chance. So we need, it's an 80% chance to crit at 79 critical hit points. So let's go back. So 79 total hit points. And we have 25 to start with. And then also, we have 20 crit from our items. So we have 45, and I need 79. I don't know why this is so hard for me. So I need to add 34. So what is that? 30, 59. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that. I'm just retarded. So let's just say that I have 59 plus my 20. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then let's see here. Where's my gun? So if I have 79, yeah, that's what I need. Okay. All right. So, and then last we have our reload. How is the reloading? Reloading is slow. So let's go back to this. Let's look at our reloading. Slow. Where's my table? Slow reloading. I want to get down to close to a second. So I need about 100 points in reload to get me to where I want to be. So if I have 30 and I have 20 reload, obviously I need to get to 80. So and I would say reloading is going to be kind of important down here. You don't want to be too far off. Shit. You guys see what I just did? So this will give me 100 reload, which is going to put me at here about 97. And then we're going to go ahead and go through this. I know I want max agility. Now my next question is, do I need strength? So with the Shinobu, I don't need it with the XGaren. Let's go to weapons, machine guns, assault rifles. What was it? The hammerhead we had? So 50 strength required. Let's go back to my character. We have 25. All right, there's our 50 strength. And then let's look at our Shinobu. So I don't need strength for that, which is going to help me. And I have 58 points left here. So I would say I'm probably going to want to put that into reload or endurance. I think endurance because we're a low level. So we're going to want some extra health. All right, so I'm going to go with this for my stats. And then we're going to come over here and we know we're going to max out rifles. And then we know we're using machine guns. And we're going to balance this a little bit here. So make sure, hammerhead, 120 machine gun skill to master. So we want that. And then again, if you come over here, go to weapons. We're going to check out our XGaren. Okay. And 120 rifle. So don't need this. We don't need this. We'll keep that up. We don't need that. Back to the game. So we got 3 points here. Let's go ahead and max our rifle. And I think we're good. Go ahead and put our stuff on. Got our egghead, pants, shirt. My profile, let's check it out. 50 strength, 103 endurance, 119, okay. 59, 79, 100. So that's what we wanted. And we have spent 5,175,000. So not bad. Let's go ahead and bank our money. And let's go see what this bad boy can do. What kind of ammo do I need for this? 14 millimeter. Let's take out some cash. Grab some 14 millimeter. Okay. And actually, let's small backpack. I'm just trying to see what the cheapest backpack is. Let's just go ahead and grab us like a real small backpack. Which you don't even really need, to be honest. Just doing it because we're fancy. Looking for which one has the best. 90K. Actually, you know what? It's not even worth it. Let's just go with this. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna hit the streets, and we are in Synchronom, and we're gonna go over here all the way to Raven Ridge. Now, what I would recommend, if this is your alt, I would recommend you go to the storage and grab some speed boosts, and then go just to get there. But I don't have those right now, so we're just gonna load up with this and check it out. So what we'll do is I'll load in, I'll demonstrate the weapons real quick, and then I'll pause it, and I will run my little legs off on my slow dude all the way to Raven Ridge. So this is my max speed. And actually here, hold on, sorry guys. You know what we forgot? Let's grab like $1,000. So always grab your implants from the vendor. Again, it was only $400. They're all each 100. Gives us something, right? Okay. That'll help with our speed a little bit. Someone in the comments was asking for a video for Raven Ridge build for like 50 million. But I think we're going to do it with 5 million. Let's check out our reload speed and our damage. Put this in single player mode. $558 per hit. The good thing about the XGaren is it has a large clip. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do while I'm running, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause this for you. And then when I get to where we want to go, I will unpause it, okay? So just hang tight. Well, guys, guess what I forgot? So I'm using my alt, right, who's level 54. Look what happens when I try to go into Raven Ridge. You must be level 75 or over to enter Raven Ridge. Yeah, so kind of forgot about that, didn't I? So what we're going to do is we will transfer this stuff over to my main. And then I will run here, which only takes me a second on him. And then we'll use this stuff and go from there, okay? So again, I'm going to kill myself, send my gear over, and go from there. So I guess let this guy die. This is sad. Bye, my dude. No. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it, and then I'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are back. I'm on my main account. I have equipped the XGaren, hammerhead, penknife, all that stuff. On the left, I have a 9% damage boost, and I have a 15% rifle damage boost, so say 24% boost. I can't change those. I can't make it any lower. I tried. I just can't do it. All I have on is the prophecy implant and the mimic to make my damage lower, but I'm getting benefits from the all that new supply officer thing, which everybody gets, and then my clan boost. But that's pretty realistic, and I think that's achievable for most people. So a 24% damage boost, which shouldn't really change much. The only thing that's pretty big is my speed boost is 64%, and you'll have like 30% probably. But we're going to try this XGaren out. So 2-shot, and it should 2-shot mainly most of the zombies here. It'll 3-shot if it doesn't get a crit hit the first time. So let's see if we can do some looting with this. Now again, you're going to have to pay attention, because you don't want to get hit. I do have the Shinobu Mesh equipped. I'm getting 5% boost from that. 10% from my implant, which you guys will have. So you guys will have a 15% boost in speed, plus whatever the officer thing is. So you'll be at 30% or so. So let's just act like I'm looting. Just see how this goes. And use the fences to your advantage. You know, the gates and things. Hide behind them, shoot through them. Reload when you can. I'm not taking anything because I don't have much room in my inventory. And again, this is just the gear that we just bought for the other character. I have nothing else on. And I'm not really struggling. Yeah, I'm not one-shotting, but realistically, that's not going to happen. You can do that like on my main when I have my gear on, but I also have a $400 million weapon. You know what I mean? And all my implants and things like that. This is what I'm running right now is a $5 million setup, guys. Like, this is cheap as chips. Is it the fastest, you know, thing? No. But, you know, I'd say it's doing the job. I'm not struggling. You know, yeah, I got to shoot a zombie twice, maybe 3 times, depending on a crit. Now, it might get a little bit challenging when there's a horde. And I mean, we can try this a little bit, but this was just to push them back and let me get away. And you can tell the knockback works. So, I mean, I think we're all right, guys. And this is just to get you in the end. Like, this is the end game, guys. This is like the end game. Raven Ridge, prison. You got the southeast zone. This gun does armor penetration, so you're going to be able to kill things. Oh, we'll take that. There's an implant. See? And I don't even have my looting implants on. This is just a $5 million setup. Very budget. And the reason I went for $5 million, it wasn't because I wanted to spend $5 million. It was because I don't believe there's going to be a big benefit between $5 million and $50 million. It's just not going to be there. You might get a gun that's better. I was looking at the torch bolt. It's like 55 million, but realistically, damage per hit, it's not going to be. It might even be worse, to be honest with you. So I think this is it, guys. I think if you're looking for a good build under 100 million, it's this $5 million setup. I could loot here all day long. Now, just to show you guys, because I could keep looting, I'm just going to get hit once. My health is 305, 350 armor, 200 health. Let me just get smacked. Because I don't know. Maybe I'll die. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. But this is made for like 1 hit, maybe 2 hits. And then you'd swap armors. And that's probably what I would do, is save up money so I can get a second armor. Alright, so yes. So I got slapped once. It took me down half armor, right? So I could essentially get slapped twice, and then I'd have to go heal and repair. But again, when you're looting, if you get slapped once, you know, you're okay. Twice, you're going to switch armor. You shouldn't be getting hit that much. It happens. I'm not going to say it won't happen. But realistically, you're going to have a backup armor. So I typically don't get hit 3 or 4 times when I'm looting. So I think this is doable. Could you use better armor? Sure. But for the price, you're not going to beat that. Grab a couple extras. And even if you you know, have some extra strength and you go 100 strength, bioreactives would be just fine if you can survive without that extra 5% speed boost. But yeah, I just showed you guys with basic gear, literally like no implants, just basic gear. You can loot Raven Ridge for $5 million and still take a couple hits. So anyway, I know this was requested, so I just wanted to get this out to you guys. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and all that good stuff. And again, please subscribe, guys. I know a lot of you guys watching are not subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it really supports the channel. And if you're interested in becoming a member, it's like $1.99. It would put you as a dedicated member, and I truly appreciate that, guys. You know, I try to make videos every day, and I do a pretty good job at that. It takes a lot of time. You know, I work about 50 hours a week, maybe 60 some weeks, so I got a lot going on myself. I do enjoy doing this, but all the support from you guys, it helps me a lot. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.